Okay, so today is the first time I'm going to introduce some upper body strength work. So we feel that we're at the point now where this should be okay. This shouldn't put too much risk in the injury, and I've sat still for long enough, given that hip kind of that time to really recognise that it needs to recover, fingers crossed. I mean, no, I'm not buzzing about this. I think I'm gonna leave him be. I'm just like, I don't even know if there's even a slight movement. My hand is actually sweating. You're ruining my first gym session. Do you think he's alive? He's not camera shy, is he? Should we just leave him? Should we just leave him? Because is this my audition tape? I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. That's my warm up. Adrenaline's up. We don't need the pump up. That's too much. I think we need a cup of tea. Today I'm just going to start bringing in some upper body strength that most of it will be seated and limiting the use of my hip. We are going to try something a bit fun for the warm up, but I'm sceptical about how that might work, so it probably will only be a short time for the warm up today, maybe something that we can bring in a bit more as I start to recover. But just feels nice to be back in the gym actually doing a bit of work. Obviously it won't be a lot compared to what I'm used to, but just be good to actually do some work in the upper body.
Seriously.
Oh, it's roller skates. And then, when I'm fit, I want to roller skate and not break another bone.
And reverse everything. The ones with the wheels at the back.
They've got 4 wheels, so not
you
like...
just have a foot like that.
Traditional, proper roller skates.
Yeah.
Did you build roller skates?
I was very clumsy all the time, wasn't I? So that's why I did swimming, because you can break anything.
Oh wow, you've really gone all in.
Wow. You've got to get nice ones if you're going to do it. You've got to look good.
Wow, that's going to work.
Yeah, because then you can just have your heel like that. Yes.
Perfect.
Single leg rowing. Once I'm weight bearing again, I can just go with my crutches. I don't need to walk anymore.
Yeah, please don't stand up.
No, I'm not going to stand up because
I'll
break the other leg. So as a bit of a fun idea, I think it was actually Reese's idea, I'll give him the credit for it, he decided that potentially something placed under my left leg would allow me to row with my right leg and just my arms as a good form of cardio. So we got a roller skate and that is going on my left leg, and then I'm able to row and just let my left leg hang and roll with me. I've only tried it twice, and I think at this stage it's probably still a little bit too much because I can feel that hip flexor working to support my leg weight. However, it is probably something that could work further down the line. So we're going to put that on pause for now. But I did do it only for like 5 minutes each time, so I don't think that's going to have like prevented any healing or held me back. But I don't want to go too mad on it at this point. We just want to focus on healing that area before I start using it in any way. But it's definitely a bit of fun just to give me something else to do and something else to focus on. It's harder on the other hip than normal because you're only using one hip. And then that, I didn't feel anything doing that, so, but I feel like your hip's still holding the weight of your leg, so you almost need something under your hamstring. But it didn't feel like it was working, so yeah, just a bit of fun. At this point in my recovery, we have spent a lot of time just focusing on purely recovery, making sure I can maximise my hips healing process, just giving that fracture as much time as possible to mend in the initial stages of this injury. So with that, I have consulted with the specialist that I'm working with, and they've said that at this point it's probably okay to start introducing some upper body gym work.
Tell me when it's over, I got someplace that I gotta be. It won't leave. My friends say, get out of your comfort zone, it's a blessing in disguise. Get out of what you call home, your name is written in the sky. It might feel just like you're on your own, but baby, it's another lie. Remember, you were made. I try to work, but it doesn't work. I try to say something, but there's no word. I try to just
And that's the warm-up. They are literally knackered. That'll do, yeah? Yeah. We'll go home now. As long as I am really careful with what I'm doing, I focus on being seated for the exercises so I'm not putting any additional load or strain through my hip. I think I might have mentioned before, but the problem with my specific fracture is that where the fracture is really, really close to where the iliopsoas tendon or the connecting tissues attach to the bone. So if I overuse that muscle, it's going to irritate the injury site. So basically that is why I've really had to limit what I'm doing. That's why I've been on crutches, because anything that is going to irritate that and make that tighten up is one, going to prevent it from healing, and two, aggravate it further. So we really didn't want to do that. Hence why I'm having regular physio as well as just focusing on not using that area. Things like cycling and lots of other things have been out the window at this stage. So we've got to the point where we are going to introduce some upper body strength work. At the moment, it's not a structured program. It is just basically a few exercises to make me feel like I'm actually doing something again. At the same time, I will build up some strength. I actually feel quite strong in my upper body just from being on crutches and getting around on those. It's just gonna be nice to get back in the gym and do some upper body work. Yeah, so the stuff you'll see me doing in the gym at the moment is just basic upper body exercises. So there's nothing out there. It's nice to just start including some form of training into my daily activity at the moment. The kind of basic exercises that I would do in my normal program, but they probably wouldn't be my biggest focus because whilst upper body is important for swimming, it's not ever really my highest focus. When we have two sports that are more leg dominated, I tend to focus on my core and lower body more than I would my upper body. there's definitely a lot of, I wouldn't say nerves, but it's like anticipation to get back into training, and that's the point where I'm going to realise that how much strength I've lost, how much fitness I've lost. And also, I guess the nerves are around, if I do too much, am I going to make this worse? Am I going to set myself back? Which obviously I don't want to do. I just want to get through this as quickly as possible. I guess that's anyone with an injury will appreciate that you just want to get back to doing the job that you love doing. It definitely has been hard to sit back and not train, but at the same time I understand I need to be patient as I start to include more and more training and not go crazy, because that could set me back, and that's the last thing that I want. So doing that first initial strength session, which yes was pretty small, and actually in my normal program I probably wouldn't even consider it a major session, I definitely felt like I hadn't lost a massive amount of strength, which I guess because I have been going around on crutches, my upper body has actually been working quite hard, and the physios definitely noticed that my shoulders are quite tight, so they have been working using the crutches. So just on things like bench press, I didn't actually feel like I'd lost a massive amount of strength. Hopefully that's a good sign of things to come, that when I get back into training it's not going to be such a steep uphill battle, but I know that going back to cardio training is going to be pretty brutal after this length of a break. Woo! Oh, now my arms have got pump. One that was.
You literally
Do we want another
holding it
injury?
by the blade.
Lucy now lost her finger. We've gone from broken hip, black eye to cut off finger. Ooh. Ooh. So, well, my guess is this is my 2022 race helmet. Should have been my race helmet for St George, obviously, but hopefully I will race this year. Hopeful that I will at some point. So this is going to be my 2022 helmet. And this is the Cask Bambino Pro Evo. In St George 70.3 Worlds, I raced in the Cask Bambino Pro, not the Evo. So it's slightly different model to that. There we go. Oh wow. That's cool. Very cool. Favourite bit, obviously. Kind of opening it and having a new race helmet that was intended for the World Championships was kind of a bit sad, but also it's cool that it's there, it's ready, so actually when I get back to racing that's already been organised, and it's just really cool to see them finally Red Bull sprayed. I normally get an input in the design similar to the one that I had at the 70.3 Worlds, but just a slightly different helmet, and the design is pretty much the same, but it kind of features some things like Battle Braids, Lola, London skyline as my home city, and yeah, some other cool things that are close to my heart. So that was really nice to open them, even though I won't be wearing them for a little while. It's just a nice reminder that at some point I'll be able to put them back on my head and go out on my bike. Because it's not Mojito, is it?
No, it's
Mojito, yeah.
Mojito.
It's not Mojito, is it? So, this is the Cask Mojito. This will be my training helmet for this year. Tried quite a few of the Cask road helmets on, and this was just the one I liked the look of the most on my head, and I don't think it's their most aero road helmet. If I was to do some short course racing, I'd probably look at getting a more aero one, but for now, just for training, this will be the one I'm going to wear. It's got really good ventilation. I like to train in hot climates when I go away, so hopefully it won't be too long away that I'll actually get to wear that again. And even out on the road here, the weather's getting nice, so hopefully I'll be able to go back out on my bike sooner rather than later. She's like, are you okay, hun?
You're alright. Why are you
Helmet
doing that?
indoors. Are you okay, hun? Are you okay? If you watched our last video, you would have seen that I had been doing quite a fair bit of organising in our house. That has continued, although it just continues to look like a complete and utter mess in our house and then get all tidied and organised. So it's a process each time. I've been sorting out more of Lola's stuff. Yeah, I am that crazy dog mum that has got my dog loads and loads of outfits. She now has her own wardrobe as well, so I've taken it just a step further. So I think this is from our previous clear out in the last video where I organised Lola's cupboard and her clothes and all her stuff. I think we've got something really cool in here to help with organising all her outfits. And there's something I've added to her outfits as well, but we'll look at that in a minute. Oh my god. Right, we can get hanging her stuff up in a minute. I don't really want to give away like if I have a Halloween party this year, but last year I was Harley Quinn at a Halloween party. This year, I'm going to give you a clue. Actually, yeah, comment below if you can guess what I want to be for this year's Halloween party. This is going to be Lola's outfit. Which is a dragon, if you can't tell. Looks like a crocodile. Or a crocodile? No, it's a dragon. So comment below if you can guess what I'm going to dress up as Halloween this year, with Lola being part of my double act. Put this one in. It's actually quite warm. She loves being warm though. It's a bit small, I might have to go up a size. She loves it, see? Do you hate it? Do you really
not
hate it?
wearing this.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all those lonely nights.
Do we need to categorise them, like with fancy dress and then like everyday wear?
Yeah.
Or is this too extra? My dad did joke that Lola's got more wardrobe space than him, so I think that might have to stop with her outfits for a little while. Yeah, so she is probably the most spoilt dog in the whole world, but I've organised all her stuff now. This is Lola's new, have we got video of her in this? Lola's new cube kit to match my Lola pink cube kit. Made by Holly, obviously, not me. She's got some skills. If we haven't got any video, we'll get someone inserted. I mean, let's be honest, this is the content everyone's here for. Lola's fancy dress. So we should have the most organised house in the world, and hopefully soon I'll have the strongest upper body in triathlon, but I feel quite a long way from it at this point in time as we start to include some more of that training. So as always, thanks for watching this video. That's been a little update of what I've been up to. As you can see, I've started to include some upper body stuff, and hopefully week on week now we might be able to include a bit more under the guidance of the specialist that I'm working with. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll continue to update you on this journey. Which way to the beach? Cut.